Madison and I spent every Christmas Eve together. There were our younger years, where we couldn't wait for Santa to arrive with our presents. There was the year where we found out Santa was just our Uncle Jimmy dressed up in costume. There was the year where we made thousands of videos on that video device called Flip. We were honestly so weird that year, I'm not sure how we ended up where we were. Then there was the Christmas Eve that Mitch joined. I remember meeting him and knowing that he was going to be Madison's partner for life. The way she looked at Mitch and the way he looked at Madison was unlike any way I've ever seen before. Last September, when Mitch proposed to Madison in New York, was a time I'm sure we'll all never forget. I was able to meet up with them for brunch soon after they became engaged. At brunch that day, they were both on cloud nine. They went back and forth telling me about how the proposal took place and how their surprise trip to Paris was. Seeing them tell these stories with so much love in their eyes and hearts was such a special moment. I can't wait to see how your love grows. I wish you both all the happiness in the world. Everyone raise your glasses. Cheers to Madison and Mitch. Cheers!
So I will go ahead and follow that. Good evening, everybody. My name is Nathan. I've had the honor to stand by Mitch as his best man today. Looking at everyone else, he did choose correctly. All you guys are awesome, and I know are all honored to stand up here on their special day. Before I get into how I know Mitch, I did want to give a special shout out to the venues, vendors, both sets of parents. I can only imagine what goes into planning a COVID wedding, so seriously. My wedding was in a convention center. I don't think those exist anymore, so seriously. I've known Mitch for about 11 years now, and I've had the honor to be able to call him best friend for almost all of those 11 years. We met in high school and quickly became good friends on the golf team. We spent a ton of time talking while looking for his golf ball. Parking lot. He is a pretty good golfer. I was actually lucky enough to witness his first hole-in-one, which he celebrated by promptly removing his shirt and running around the tee like he was getting attacked by a swarm of bees. After high school, we went to different colleges, myself at Ball State and him at Purdue. We were both pretty involved, so we didn't get to hang out a ton, but we did make an effort over every holiday and every break to get together. A lot of times with our third amigo, John Cooker here, we would take trips to Michigan for brewery tours, Chicago for soccer games, or Toronto for beer festivals and late night poutine. Delicious. It's good. I've even been lucky enough to travel the world with Mitch. We've shared pints in London, champagne in Paris, mussels in Brussels, pretzels in Munich, and Airbnb beds in each of those cities. And if there is one thing I have learned about Mitch through our travels, is that he is ridiculously good at memorizing foreign city maps. We will go from the train station to the Airbnb, and he will know every place in the city and shortcuts. Like, it is freakishly good, or freakishly weird at how good he is at that. And while I've gotten to see and be with him during all of those incredible times, I've also gotten to view the incredible character that he has built. I have to safely assume that a lot of that is due to a wonderful set of parents, Susan and Keith, and ever-welcoming sisters, Megan and Mallory. You guys have shaped him to become one of the most kindest, warmest, most welcoming, but hardest working guys I think I've ever met. And I've seen it firsthand. I know that for every fake Australian accent, there is an intense summer internship that you worked. For every tear-inducing laugh, There's been classes and jobs that have pushed you to the limit. Mitch is one of the most hard-working, effort-put-forthing, yet calm, cool, and collected guys I know. But please do not let this all go to his head. He has his downfalls. I have known him for 11 years and I can't think of one. But like any human, we have our ticks and our quirks and our struggles. We need balance. For everything that pulls Mitch in one direction, he needs someone to pull him back. For every extra hour he works, he needs someone to just chill with him. And for every mental and spiritual tough stretch, he needs someone who will console him and lift him up. And as much as I or any one of these guys today will stand beside him as a best friend or a best man, we're not that person. Good news is, we do know who our first name is. I've seen you bring out the kid in Mitch. With that game on New Year's where you put hot dog here again. I've seen you encourage his adventurousness, hiking, camping, or digging into a 5-pound pile of seafood with a big one. But most importantly, I've seen you love him like crazy. I've seen you making him the happiest I've ever seen him, and he's seen me play golf in just my underwear. I have seen you support him during his toughest stretches of work and talk him up when he struggles. You've been with him in Dallas and now Denver. And just watching you love on him the way you do brings me, and I know I speak for the rest of these guys, complete joy and confidence in your guys' relationship. You will be the one he spends holidays with. You will be the one he travels the world with. They'll also be the one who shares in the sadness and struggles. But as long as I've known you, I've wanted to be married. You are the perfect balance to anything I could think of on Mitch. You pull him back, you chill with him, and you console and lift him up better than I can put to words. You'll be there for every laugh, awkward silence, and tough spiritual conversation. I know you will love Mitch with all you have and push him and the both of you continuously towards God. Madison, you have one of the kindest, coolest, and most loving hearts I've ever seen. And if he ever treats you less than absolutely incredible, find one of us. But if I know Mitch, that's not going to happen. So just like in the streets of Chicago, Dallas, Denver, London, Paris, and Munich, I have confidence Mitch will never be lost. And while yes, a lot of that is due to his freakish ability to just memorize entire city, I know he'll never be lost. You bring balance to him and light him up like I've never seen. And I know that we know, that you know, Mitch will love you like no other and be there to be your balance too. This day has been incredible. Madison, you look stunning. And, like I said, over all those FaceTime and duo calls, at the end of the day, at the end of this day, you're married. We did it. Now love each other like crazy and continue to be each other's balance. Continue to explore this incredible world together as husband and wife. And now, I'll get to you. Please join me in toasting to this.
So one of the things is, I just want to point out a couple things that over the 3 years now, I've got to know Mitch. And Mitch and I have had a relationship that's kind of gone up and down and sideways and up and quite frankly ended in a wonderful place. But I remember the first time we had dinner in Lafayette, and I didn't have any idea of his background, and I was reminding him that I had a gun collection. He was so excited that he had a gun. He's like, oh my gosh, you got a gun collection. And I was just kidding. I don't have a gun collection. So I didn't intimidate him then, and I haven't intimidated him since, but I've done that with a couple of Madison's bows across the whole here. I was kind of pushing them along, trying to see what their response would be. And then I figured out, they're Cubs fans. What's the chances?
Go Cubs.
Yeah, exactly. But they started at 16 or 17. I'm like, chances of the Cubs ever winning the World Series again, right? Not gonna happen. But yet, these two, even though Madison moved all the way to Chicago, even though Madison then moved to Colorado, and Mitch decided that he wanted to be in a relationship. And Madison's like, okay, we'll try this. But you persisted, and you had focus, and you had an intention for my daughter that I couldn't pursue yet. Okay? And you started with long-distance relationship. And I think when we look at those long-distance relationships, it just makes us stronger. You're there for the right reasons, not for the dinners and some of these other things we get together for. You're there for the right reason, just to be with a person, to be present with that person, and love on that person. And I started to feel that thing. And then I said, okay, well, let's challenge him again. I love these jet things. And by the way, if you don't know my background, I've been to Russia several times. I didn't ever think you'd give me a security clearance to see jets. But when Mitch was in Texas, and he decided, yeah, I can get you in to see these jets. I'm thinking, that's incredible, and you did. And you got me in to see jets, and that was just warmed my heart. I'm thinking, this guy's a pretty good guy. And then he took me skiing. Oh. And he tried to kill me. And I'm thinking, that's not a good move, Mr. Mitch. He took me, and I'm like a skier, like at this slope, and he took me to the top of the mountain, and I'm thinking it's a bonding experience. I trust this young man to take me to the top of the mountain, and I proceeded to go down that mountain on my belly, and Mitch next to me going, you got this, you got this, come on, you got this. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to kill you. So it didn't kill me, which was good. You actually tested me, and I learned again that you have a connection and a love for my daughter that is unsurpassed. And I started to really acknowledge your relationship and really look at who you are as a person. And I think Pastor said it best today. Privately, to me, after the ceremony, that man has incredible heart, incredible caring, an incredible love for your daughter, Don. And he said it as best as I can say it, and just to repeat his words, he said, I haven't seen a groom cry so much on in a long time, Don, and he's on 3,700 weddings. But I salute you, and I welcome you to our family, as well as we're welcoming your family. And he gave me this wonderful little pin here that says, you will always take care of my little girl. And I trust you.